Yeah, he threw a great.
Oh, he threw a gem. That should be double play. There's one.
5-2.
It's a double play.
Hello and welcome to Sal Magley Stadium in Niagara Falls, New York, as your Niagara Power take on the Newark Pilots. I'm Michael Loss, and today I'll be providing play-by-play coverage for this PGCBL matchup. It's been quite the day in terms of weather here at Sal Magley. A rain delay forced our broadcast to move off the top of the Doug Smith press box and actually into it. How about that? As we finally return your broadcast to you on YouTube and WLVL, we are in the top of the second. Jacob Corson up to bat now, the left fielder for the Pilots.
0 earned runs too.
Sam Stottenborough on the mound for the Power. Corson will swing at that one, putting himself in the 1-2 hole. That will be low on the outside corner, raising the count to 1-2. Thankfully, through the first inning of play, goose eggs across the boards for both teams, so you didn't miss any runs.
Check it out.
Seems happy right now.
Okay. I gotta sort of do it real quick.
Here comes the 1-2 delivery from Stottenborough, swung on and struck him out. And that'll be the third and final out of the top of the second. I know we've only been here for quite a little, but we'll be right back for the bottom of the second here on YouTube and WLVL.
And none are left on base. Midway through the second inning, we're still scoreless. Fans, get on your feet for the Niagara University.
Good fade, Graham.
3.
I was a little late. I was going to play the whole Can't Touch This song when he struck him out, but I only played the clip by mistake, so I was like...
Welcome back to Niagara Power Baseball on WLVL and our live stream on YouTube. Quickly, Will Carlone finds himself in the behind the count, 1-0. On the mound for the Pilots today, starting us off, will be Julius Tebout, as he levels the count 1-1. Will Carlone, Delta College prospect, as he hit that to the third baseman, who will make the throw across in time for the first out of the bottom of the second. The Newark Pilots entered today's contest with a record of 4-9. They most recently lost to the Auburn Devil Days yesterday at home 8-7. The Power, on the other hand, walk into Sal Magley with a 4-7 record. Yesterday's contest against the Batavia Muck Dogs was sadly rained out, and the new scheduled date is for June 23rd at 4:30 p.m. As this will call up Brock Rudy to the plate now. Brock Rudy, the catcher for the University of Utah. He'll watch the first pitch go outside for ball number 1. Brock Rudy's typically been in the designated hitter or extra hitter spot, but we'll actually see him behind the plate today as the count moves up to 2-1.
No, we weren't looking for it, but we would have.
Delivery from Tebout will provide the first strike of Rudy's appearance, moving the count to 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 delivery from T-Bout, swung on and missed for strike number 2.
2 and 2 is the count.
Okay, between innings I'll show you. Do you want to get back on camera? Yeah.
On deck after Rudy is Aaron Greenfield. In the hole is Casey Sock. That'll move the count to full. Julius T-Bout, a freshman for St. Bonaventure. From Newark, so he's playing for his local team. Now we popped high into the stands for a Niagara Falls State Park foul ball. Speaking of Niagara Falls State Park, big thank you to them as they sponsor our broadcast on WLVL and on YouTube. You can catch us there anytime the Power play at home. It looks like T-Bout and Rudy are in quite the pitching battle here. Neither seeming to give way. Only seen T-Bout for a couple at batters now as he went 1, 2, and 3 or the bottom of the first. Seems to like his changeup. This calls up Aaron Greenfield now, senior from Campbellsville University, a Los Angeles product. Last Friday against the Batavia Muck Dogs, he had 2 runs off of 1 hit and 4 at-bat appearances. Typically a utility player, we typically see him in the outfield. Today we'll see him in right field. As he watches strike 1 go by, right down the middle. T-Bout sets and delivers. As that'll level the count at 1-1 with the ball on the outside. 2 down here. 0-0 the score. Greenfield will swing at that one, hit to the shortstop Higgins, who will make the throw across to McDonald in time for the final out of the inning. We'll be back in the top of the 3rd inning with more Niagara Power Baseball on WLVL and YouTube.
Niagara Power would like to thank one of our major sponsors, the Niagara Falls State Park. Home to one of the natural wonders of the world.
Can you take me down?
2-minute drive away from Sal Magny Stadium. It's a
Welcome back to Niagara Power Baseball on WLVL and our live stream on YouTube. Up to bat now for the Pilots, number 20, the catcher, Nick Adamo. Stomborough's first pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Nick Adamo did not play in the most recent contest against the Auburn Doubledays yesterday. Stottenborough gets him to swing at that one, and quickly, Adamo finds himself in the 0-2 hole. And he'll take 3 straight strikes, swinging on 2 of them. I tell you, Adamo's swing there was electric. If only he could get something on the ball there. As Stottenborough will pick up the first K of the inning. Sam Stoutenborough, the senior from Cal Berkeley. The pitcher is a Monterey, California product. As he throws a ball 1 at Luke Mutz, the right fielder. He'll be wearing 23 for the Pilots. 2 straight balls from Stottenborough after a clean 3 strikes on Nick Adamo.
These umps too. Every different ump is different now. There we go.
Stottenborough finds strike 1 of Mutts' first appearance, making the count 2-1. Gets his sign quickly, and the 2-1 delivery is swung on. Hit to the shortstop and thrown across, but it won't be in time, as Luke Mutts will be safely aboard at first base. He hit that right past the third baseman Scott Ogrim, and that was Casey Soske who had to rotate over and make that throw. A long throw, shallow outfield to first base. And Luke Mutts has some wheels on him, as he was able to get to first base with no worry at all about the ball coming over. This brings up Max Gebauer, designated hitter for the Pilots. And he'll watch strike 1 go by in the outside corner. Stottenborough on the season only has, before today's contest, 4 innings pitched, 1 walk, and he'll throw over and get his second strike. Stottenborough putting Gebauer and Nick Adamo quickly in the 0-2 hole. Let's see if he can finish off Gebauer as he did Adamo. He'll swing at that one, popped high towards right field, and that'll be out. Aaron Greenfield rotating over in time to get the second out. Aaron Greenfield, who we just saw swung. He was the third and final out of the top of the third. My apologies, bottom of the second, actually.
I thought it was Rogers who was committed to.
J.D. Rogers. I'm gonna have to look him up where he's going.
2 down here. Runner on first.
Yeah, I thought he was Vanderbilt.
And the throw to second will be on target, but it looks like Gebauer will be stealing second, as that advances him to second base. Number 42, Jason Foytnell, up to bat. Back to the top of the order. We missed the top of the order due to some technical difficulties. My apologies. Mother Nature is not a Power fan today. Rudy's attempt for second was on target, but not in time, as Stottenborough will get Foytnell swinging for strike 1.
2 strikes. Yeah, that was a strike pitch on the steal attempt.
Okay.
2 down. Runner on second. Foytnell finds himself in the 0-2 hole very quickly. He'll swing on the 0-2 delivery, popped high, and that'll be the first baseman Carlone calling for it and getting safely under it for the final out of the inning. We'll be back when the Niagara Power take to the plate with more Niagara Power baseball on WLVL and our live stream on YouTube. Bring you back.
He's probably like, what is this song?
Welcome back to Niagara Power Baseball on WLVL and our live stream on YouTube. Casey Sauke, the newcomer on the Niagara Power, up to bat. Freshman, plans on playing college ball at the University of Virginia. Rochester, New York native, not too far from here. As T-Bout's delivery will level the count at 1-1. And that one will be close on the inside for ball 2.
I definitely like this job more. I like to sit, watch the game over there. This is the chillest job.
You have to make sure you don't get too comfortable up here.
I know, that's
Another ball on the outside. As Sauke sits comfortably ahead of the count 3-1.
You might have more opportunity up here.
You can't miss anything.
Delivery from T-Bout is called strike 2. That'll bring the count to full.
Yeah. Full count.
Casey Sauke will start us off, followed by Tyler Lozano on deck,
Yes, I
and
believe
Tyler
so.
Coy in the hole. He'll swing at that one to the third baseman Blackall, who will make the throw across to McDonald
Wow, that was close.
in time. And I tell you, that's as close gets, as Casey Sauke, in his first appearance with the Power,
From the University of
will
Southern
be
California,
out at first.
Number 2, Tyler Lozano.
Tyler Lozano approaches the plate now, one of the most familiar faces in the Power roster we've seen.
Do you have one of these?
He's had an at-bat appearance in practically almost every game. He's been one of the best guys behind the plate and at the plate, as he is a catcher, listed today as the designated hitter.
He is from Rochester.
He'll see ball 1 up high to start off his first appearance of the day.
If you need to look at where people are from, this should be all set.
University of Southern California catcher,
Who's the kid down there with the ice on his hand?
one of the premier Power 5 players that the Niagara Power have to offer.
Is it? It could be Mejia. He shouldn't be here though.
No, that's not Mejia. Mejia got
As Tyler Lozano couldn't pull his swing back in time, as he'll take strike 1.
Yep.
I'm not sure who it is. I think it's Emilio to the left though.
He'll swing at that one. T-Bout will get it into his glove, and he'll casually throw over to McDonald at first to get the second out of the inning. Julius T-Bout looked like he was planning to launch it over to first base, but decided that he'd rather save his arm and make the easy casual throw to first to get the second out. Number 39 now, Tyler Coy approaching the plate.
6'4".
6'4" in height, an extremely large build. He's only played 5 games with the Power. So far he's had an impressive 3.13 average and 4 runs off of 5 hits.
Nice work.
As he'll take ball 1 on T-Bout. 2 down, no runners on for the Power.
I was going, if I didn't want that, I was going to ask you,
slept
okay.
If Coy gets out here, that'll be 3 straight 1-2-3 innings for the Pilots.
I was going to say, okay.
As the missing first inning we did not able to cover was Noah Marcello, Cole Gabrielson, and Scott Ogren all getting out. And the second was Carlone, Rudy, and Greenfield all getting out respectively, as he'll swing on that one. And it'll be foul over the third base line.
Retrieve it, bring it back to concessions.
A common lure here at Sal Magley Stadium, if you are able to pick up a foul ball out of the park territory, you can return it to our concession stand for a free candy bar.
Heads up.
And right as I say it, Coy hits a foul ball closer to where I am. Maybe I'll run down and grab a candy bar after this. T-Bout on the 1-2 delivery. Swung on, and he got him. Coy will make his way to the dugout, as the Power just can't seem to get a runner on base. We'll be back with more Niagara Power Baseball on WLVL and our live stream on YouTube.
Number 8, Marty Cole.
Up to bat now for the Pilots. Marty Cole, the second baseman. Cole takes strike one, swinging at that one. Cole, who attends Niagara University, just down the road from here. Stottenborough will get him with strike two. Speaking of Niagara University, I have to mention that I myself, a Niagara University student, am part of the internship class offered here. As Cole will swing at that one, quickly the second baseman, Marcelo, will try to make the throw in time, and will. As it looked like Noah Marcelo got a piece of it, but slid down. But was able to make the throw in time for Will Carlone. Niagara University offers the Niagara Power Experience class, where you yourself can learn the ins and outs of running a baseball team, from concessions to marketing to even broadcasting, which where I am. Kevin Higgins at the plate now, the shortstop for the Pilots. That one will be far on the outside, leveling the count at 1-1.
Yeah, Marcelo's Skyline kid.
He'll swing at that one and foul that off.
Yeah, it was a strike.
Number 19.
Yeah, on ball 2 strikes. So
1-2 delivery from Stottenborough is swung on and popped foul towards the stands.
It might be locked. You might need
Hey, just wait until
yeah, at the end.
like you don't need anything.
And he'll get him a strike three. As Kevin Higgins, I'll go down as a backwards K in the scorebook, as he watched strike three go right by him. As the third baseman from RIT approaches the plate now, Patrick Blackall. I hit that one up to the left field. That'll be Alex Green getting under it.
Man, I would say E7 too, yeah.
Blackall will be safe. We brought it first.
Yeah, he had.
At first, it looked like it was going to be tougher, but seeing how much room he had to kind of grab that.
Now batting, number 13, first baseman from College of St. Rose, Jack McDonald.
First baseman McDonald at the plate now. As the outside corner will get him for strike one. Now swing at that one, getting strike two on him.
That's good stuff. Bergen just finishes hitting the strike.
I'm ready for the strikeout.
Yep.
2 down, 0-2 count. Runner on first. Stottenborough looking to put away the Pilots, top of the fourth effort here. One more strike can do that. He looks over to check Blackall on first. Sets and delivers. Swing at that one. Hit to the second baseman Marcelo, who will make the throw over to Carlone at first in time for the third out of the inning. The Niagara Power will now take to the plate in the bottom of the fourth, as the score is 0-0. No runs, no hits, and one left on base. We'll be back with more Niagara Power baseball on WLVL and YouTube. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
We'd like to thank one of our sponsors, Niagara Falls Memorial Medical Center. They strive to provide the highest level of care to our highly skilled
Is Alex Green hitting? Do you know?
and leading edge technology.
So you'll have Alex Green, and then you'll go back to the top of the order.
Noah Marcelo.
UBMD Orthopedic and Sports Medicine strives to create an environment of education, innovation, and collaboration. With pride
What's up?
Visit their website.
Believe so. Yes.
To request an appointment
No, McDonald's? No, I don't know. I don't know what he is.
You know what the other?
Yeah, Dennis Booker. Okay.
Mike, are we back top of the order?
No, it's Alex Green first,
Alex Green.
and then Noah Marcelo. He's top of the order.
That could have been deadly.
Anthony Pollard, the left fielder from the University of Virginia. Now, number 3, Alex Green.
Welcome back to Power Baseball on YouTube and WLVL. As we approach the bottom of the order, Alex Green, who will be rounding it off for us, the left fielder from the University of Virginia. Premier Power 5 player on this stacked roster. You watch strike one go by on the outside corner. Deep out's breaking ball has been lethal towards power batters today. But that one will even the count at 1-1.
Once you get a hang of it, it's not that bad.
You'll swing at that one for strike 2.
It just took a little bit. We had a lot of issues. I still hate the system, though. I think the league has a good argument for changing next year.
Here comes the 1-2 delivered from T-Bout. Swung on and missed as Alex Green will make his way to the dugout. Not a single power player has been able to get on base so far this game. As we get to the top of the order now with Noah Marcello here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 out. Noah Marcello, the junior from Skyline College. Redwood City, California product. So far in the season, he's only played in 5 games, in which he has 5 runs off of 3 hits. That'll be another ball on the inside. As Marcello sits comfortably ahead of the count, 2-0. He'll swing at that one, hit that right past the shortstop Higgins, as he'll be safely abroad at first base. And the Niagara Power finally get on base.
Keep an eye on him. He might steal a couple bases, too.
Noah Marcello is known to steal some bases, so we'll have to take a look and see what his leadoff stance looks like and potentially see him take second. As now Cole Gabrielson takes to the mound. Gabrielson so far this season has been great on both sides of the ball. Typically we see him in right or center field. One of the only players on the roster to boast a triple and a double. And he's had an impressive .308 batting average in 8 games played. As T-Bot will make sure to keep Marcello honest there at first. Gabrielson's first look will be a ball on the outside. Gabrielson plays his college ball at the College of San Mateo. He's from the Bay Area. He'll swing at that one. That'll be popped up towards center field. And it was Faintno getting under it in time. Looks like him and his right fielder Mutz had a bit of a discussion, but Faintno called him off. In that scenario, the center fielder has right over the flyout. Scott Ogren now at the plate. 2 down, runner on first in the form of Noah Marcello. Scott Ogren will be at third base today, the senior from California Polytechnic Institute. Last Friday against the Muck Dogs, he was walked twice and had a hit at 3 at-bat appearances. He'll swing at that one and hit that foul towards the Doug Smith press box where I am currently located. That'll level the count at 1-1. Marcello with an aggressive lead on first. Another strike right down the middle. T-Bout got him there with the breaking ball. 1-2 the count now. Donuts across the board for both these teams as we sit in the bottom of the 4th with no score. 1-2 delivered from T-Bout is swung on. Did he swing?
Usually someone sits there too.
Yeah.
No, he did not, as he returns to the plate for the 2-2 count delivery.
There were some kids sitting there last game, actually.
That's what I mean. Usually that's a popular spot because you get to catch the foul ball.
That one should move the count to full, as that one was on the inside.
Yeah, they're lined up for it. They're ready.
Runner on first. Twos across the boards. 2-2 count, 2 down. And he'll swing at that one. T-Bout got him. That ball was on the outside, and he was able to get Ogrenin to swing at that one. As an elite pitching performance from T-Bout, gets the Pilots out of the inning with no runs allowed, only 1 hit. We'll be back with more Niagara Power Baseball on WLVL and our live stream on YouTube.
Number 5,
Jacob Corson up to bat now for the Pilots. Him, Nick Adamo, and Luke Muntz are due up for this inning, as we're in the top of the 5th. Donuts across the board. Stottenborough's delivery is a strike on the outside corner.
Sam is not one. Sam Lozano was here, Greenfield.
We'll see Jacob Corson in left field today. As Stottenborough prepares for the 1-1 delivery. Gets his sign, sets, and delivers. Stottenborough, the pitcher, and Rudy, the catcher, really have their signs down, as they're giving me no time to prep my call. And the 1-2 delivery is swung on, and he got him. Maybe there was a reason for the short call time, as Stottenborough gets the first out of the inning.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that was his 4th strikeout of the game.
Okay.
1, 2.
Looks like that was Stottenborough's 4th strikeout of the game. As that one will be a ball on the outside on Nick Adamo, the catcher. He'll swing at that one and hit that into the short third gap, as the left fielder Green will pick it up and keep him at first. Perfect ball placement there by Nick Adamo to get that into the hole, and he safely brought it first.
back in the original run of the Power, starting like 2013-2014 season, Calkern's son-in-law would do the music and sound effects.
Luke Muntz at the plate now, the right fielder.
He would play the Super Mario.
He'll swing at that one, and that'll be hit to the center fielder Gabrielson, getting under it comfortably. And he'll get the second out of the inning. As very quickly, the Power get their second out.
I just get so excited up here. I need to play something.
We'll get it eventually.
Back in 2014.
Now we're at the bottom of the order with Max Gebauer.
Like you did the Super Mario.
Last time he was at Sal Magley, he was catching. Today he's in the designated hitter spot, as he'll watch ball 1 on the outside corner.
See what they do too. I'm curious to see.
Yeah.
Runner on first, 2 down for the Pilots. Stottenborough sets, looks over at first to keep the runner honest. Gets his sign and delivers. Swung on and fouled towards the first base side. That one might go into the pond here, just outside Sal Magley and Hyde Park. Water on both sides of Sal Magley, as there is a community pool to the left. into the right, a pond. 1-1 the count. Gebauer will swing at that one, but it'll just be foul towards the third base line. 1-2 the count, 2 down. 0-0 the score here. Neither of these teams finding a way to break through. Steinberger gets his sign and throws, and he got him to swing. What I thought was interesting there was right before the pitch was delivered, Brock Rudy, the catcher, had moved over to his right, and he was able to trick Gebauer into swinging at that one. As we'll be back in the bottom of the fifth. Score is still 0-0. Be back with more Niagara Power Baseball on WLVL and our live stream on YouTube. Leading off for the Power to start off the bottom of the fifth, Will Carlone, the nearby West Seneca native. He boasts a .316 batting average through 6 games and 19 plate appearances. Sophomore at Virginia Commonwealth University. Strike one gets by him. Julius T-Bout has been lethal for the Pilots, putting away almost every batter, allowing only 1 hit to Noah Marcello, as Carlone will hit that one chopper, and T-Bout will outrun him to first. You don't see that every day. Chopper right to the pitcher T-Bout, who ran to first base to get the tag. I tell you, that's one of those plays that I'm a little confused as to what to put down in the scorebook. But nevertheless, we welcome Brock Rudy to the plate now. Catcher for the University of Utah. Ball 1 on the outside. He'll swing at that one. That'll get over the head of the first baseman McDonald. And Brock Rudy will be safely aboard at first base. Some movement in the Niagara Power bullpen. We'll try to figure out who that is and let you know as soon as we can.
Number 1, Aaron Greenfield.
This calls up the senior from Campbellsville University, Aaron Greenfield. One down, runner on first, and he'll swing at the first look he sees.
Seth Tomzak warming up in the bullpen.
Oh, see? Who heard me call that?
Looks like that's Seth Tomzak warming up in the Niagara bullpen. Pitcher for Arizona State University. Him, Tyler Lozano, and Brock Rudy, all part of the Pac-12 club here on the Niagara Power. 1-1 the count. Ball on the outside. 2-1 the count now. T-Bout gets his sign for the 2-1 deliveries. And he'll throw over to make sure Brock Rudy stays at first. I didn't think he had too much of a lead there. But I guess you got to keep the runners honest.
Yeah, I've seen ball before. Took off his hat for the anthem once.
That'll be another ball on the inside, raising the count to 3-1 now. Sauki on deck, Lozano in the hole for the power. 3-1 delivery from T-Bout, swung on and popped up high towards center field. Faintno getting under it and getting the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the Power, the shortstop from the University of Virginia, number 12, Casey Salke.
The newcomer, Casey Salke, back at the plate now for his second appearance. Listed as an infielder, he's playing shortstop today. As he watched the breaking ball turn into ball one. Runner on first, 2 down for the Power. T-Bout delivers and gets Sauki to swing on the 1-0 count. Leveling it at 1-1 now.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I was also thinking that.
T-Bout taking his time, and the delivery is way on the outside for ball number 2. And the 2-1 delivery is on the inside, raising the count to 3-1. He'll watch strike 2 go by, raising the count to full. Sauki. Sauki really thought that one was going to be a ball on the inside. This is his second full count he's seen today. He only has 2 appearances. Runner on first, 2 down. Zeros across the board for both teams. He'll swing at that one and hit that, and it'll get down. It'll get down into the glove of Faintno. Looked like for a second there that Jason Faintno was not going to be able to get to it in time, but he dives under it for the final out of the inning. After 5 innings of plays, we are scoreless. We'll be back with more Niagara Power Baseball on WLVL and our stream on YouTube.
We'd like to take this moment.
For those on our YouTube stream, you're getting a good look at Seth Tomczak, the junior from Arizona State University. Right-handed pitcher for the Power. This is his first appearance. For those that are just tuning in, we had some bad weather, and we were forced to move our entire setup from the top of the Doug Smith press box to the actual Doug Smith press box. And I think all the players on both teams got the memo that we should finish this game quickly before any more bad weather comes, as this has been one of the fastest baseball games I have ever seen, as we are already in the top of the 6th. 0-0 the score for both these squads, as Tomczak finishes up his warm-up pitches. We're back to the top of the order now for the Newark Pilots, as left fielder Jason Foytno approaches the plate. Foytno, the junior from West Georgia University. And Tomczak's first pitch is a strike, as it looked like Foytno was attempting a bunt. Tomczak's delivery is too far on the inside for ball number 1. Due up for the Pilots is Marty Cole and Kevin Higgins after Foytno. He'll swing at that one, and that'll almost take Tomczak's head off, as it'll get to the center fielder Gabrielson, who will make a good push to make sure that Foytno doesn't advance past first.
Graham, what do you want to eat?
I'll just have a regular burger with ketchup.
Jason Foytno gave Seth Tomczak a haircut there. I'm sure the late Sal Magley would have loved that. For those that don't know, his nickname was the Barber, as he pitched pitches closer to the head, giving his batters a shave. Not quite the same thing when the batter returns it to you, but I'm sure he'd appreciate it nonetheless. Quickly, 1-0 the count now. Marty Cole, the second baseman, at the plate. It looks like Foytno is making his run for second, but he'll be safe in time. Brock Rudy's throw was on target, but Marcelo couldn't get the tag on him in time. And Foytno will stand abroad at second. Count remains 1-0 as Tomczak sets and gets his sign. And he'll deliver. Swung on and missed, leveling the count at 1-1 now. Looks like there's some action in the Pilots bullpen. Maybe. 3-1 the count now. No outs, runner on second. Marty Cole at the plate. And it looks like Tomczak will walk Cole. And this will put runners on first and second now for the shortstop, Kevin Higgins. And Higgins will swing at the first look he sees, following that back towards the netting. Tomczak sets for the 0-1 delivery. Check second. He'll pop that fly. Trying to get under is Gabrielson. And he'll make the catch for the first out. Viewers with a keen eye would have seen Foytno leading off and attempting to steal third, but the minute he realized Higgins was hitting that pop fly, he moved back. Smart base running there by the Newark Pilots, as now they remain with runners on first and second for Patrick Blackall, the third baseman now. He'll swing at his first look, getting that to the left fielder Green. And the cutoff play is made by Ogren. Base is loaded now.
Yeah, top 6.
Now batting the first baseman from the College of St. Rose, number 13, Jack McDonald.
That'd be nice.
Tomczak will deliver that one to the outside corner for ball 1. A double play would be nice here for the Power with only 1 out.
I'm gonna bet a fastball. Wild pitch coming up soon.
We got is hula hoop contest next?
Mid-6th, yes.
Tomczak will take a moment, get his sign set for this bases loaded scenario. Get set. Here's the 1-0. That'll be low for ball number 2. 2 more balls, and we'll see the first lead of the game as the Newark Pilots will walk Foytno home. Toe delivery from Tomczak is not swung on and low for ball number 3. Very quickly, the reality of a walk resulting in the first run of the game is very possible here with 1 more ball as Tomczak delivers. And it will. The first run of the game will be Jason Foytno casually jogging in to touch the plate. As the bases remain loaded, as Jacob Corson, the left fielder, now takes the plate. As expected, Brock Rudy heading over to the mound to have some words with his fellow Pac-12 pitcher, Tomczak. And very quickly, we see some action in Niagara Power's bullpen. Tomczak hasn't even pitched 1 inning yet. And Corson will swing at that one. Getting under it is Green. My apologies, that was Scott Ogren, as that did not make it to the outfield. And the Niagara Power are an out away from getting out of this jam. They've only allowed 1 run so far, so gaining back the lead isn't too tall of a task. However, first they have to get out of it, so.
Yellow Gatorade, that's all I need.
Nicodamo will watch ball 1 go by. Two down, bases loaded for the Pilots. Seth Tomczak takes the mound. That'll pitch will be swung on, but it'll just be foul along the third base line. That's as close gets. Some varying opinions here in the press box of whether that was fair or if that was foul. Nonetheless, that'll level the count at 1-1. Looks like it's Jack Schlottman warming up in the bullpen, as this one will be hit over the head of the third baseman Ogren. Getting to it is Green. He'll make the throw to third base, but not before another run is scored for the Newark Pilots. That was Marty Cole getting home now. Marty Cole and Kevin Higgins. as the Newark Pilots extend their lead over the Niagara Power by 3. Luke Muntz at the plate now. Last time we saw him, he had a fly out to center field. The Power are hoping they could get one of those right now to quickly stop the bleeding and end this inning here. Tomczak delivers on the outside for ball 1. Tomczak trying his best to go on the outside, but no calls from the home plate ump. As quickly, he's behind the count 2-0. And he'll do it again. Seth Tomczak trying to force the outside corner strike, but home plate ump's not calling it. 2 down, runners on first and second for the Pilots. Pilots have already scored 3 runs in this inning to break the scoreless tie we had when we started. Tomczak will take a look at second and then deliver. And he'll walk another batter, as this will load the bases now. Max Gebauer now.
Number 19, Max Gebauer.
Base is loaded. Gebauer at the plate. If Max Gebauer manages to get on base, that'll call up Jason Foytno again. And the Newark Pilots will have a bat around where all the batters will bat in 1 inning, which you really don't see that often. I just wish it was our team doing that and not the Newark Pilots. As the count now 2-0. Gebauer will swing at that one. Tomczak put that one on the inside, and he was able to get Gebauer to swing at that. 2-1 the count now. That one will be low in the dirt for ball 3. Sun finally peeking out of the clouds here at Sal Maglie after some overcast weather. Gebauer will swing at that one too, as Tomczak will get another strike. This will put the count to full. Potentially Tomczak can get his first strikeout here. Then we'll get hit into the hands of Will Carlone, who will make the final out. And the Niagara Power stopped the bleeding after giving up 3 runs in 1 inning after a scoreless first 5. The Niagara Power look to get the lead back here in the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back with more Niagara Power baseball on WLVL in our live stream on YouTube.
Southern California, number 2, Tyler Lozano.
Welcome back to Niagara Power Baseball on WLVL and YouTube. Tyler Lozano will get us started off. Also due up this inning is Tyler Coy and Alex Green. If you're just joining us, the Newark Pilots and Niagara Power started this game off with 5 innings of donuts before the Newark Pilots scored 3 runs in the top of the 6th. Sam Stoutenborough had started on the mound for the Power but was replaced by Seth Tomczak, as Lozano will hit this one to the shortstop Higgins, who will make the throw and cross in time for the first out of the inning. Nick McDonald, the first baseman, sprawling out for that one.
Now batting the extra hitter from Virginia Commonwealth, number 39.
Julius Thibaut, the man on the mound for the Newark Pilots, has been absolutely stellar for the team, allowing no runs and only 3 hits. As he gets Tyler Coy to swing on the outside corner pitch. That one will level the count, 1-1, as that ball was up high. One delivery from Thibaut is far on the outside for ball number 2.
He was great. He was great. He was on it, and the showdown was fun.
2-1 the count. Thibaut's delivery is up high for ball number 3. Here in the bottom of the 6th, you'd have to imagine the Power are trying to get just 1 run to maybe cut the Newark Pilots lead by a 3rd. As he'll swing on the 3-1. Looking for it is Faintno, who will sit under it and reach up for it, getting the 2nd out of the inning. And the sun is just peeking out of the clouds here at Sal Magley. You'd have to imagine that's a tough catch for Faintno to make. The 3-1 count. I wouldn't have thought Coy would have swung at that. But nonetheless, the fly out to center field happened. Now at the bottom of the order with Alex Green. And that'll be it for the pitcher, Julius Thibaut, who will finish the game with just about 6 innings pitched. No runs allowed, only 3 hits allowed.
You got nothing on this guy?
I don't have him on point streak.
Who is this guy?
Is he on this roster? Online?
We're not really sure who's taking the mound now, as no active roster has a 38 for the Newark Pilots. We'll try to get that to you in a moment here, but
We never found out who his pitcher is.
it's tough to know when none of the rosters have a 38 on it.
No, Taka said he can't control the roster.
Well, we'll be back with more Niagara Power Baseball on WLVL and our live stream on YouTube. Welcome back to Niagara Power Baseball on WLVL and our live stream on YouTube.
Okay.
Still trying to find out who this mysterious number 38 on the Newark Pilots roster is, as he throws ball number 1 on the outside, my apologies, inside corner. Trying to get that information to you as soon as possible, but with no luck in finding out who this person is.
No, he didn't ask.
Oh, Tucker didn't ask?
He said we don't control the rosters.
Alex Green at the plate now, as he faces the 2-0 count with 2 down, no runners on for the Power.
He has a weird setup.
The Power have been stumped offensively by Julius Tebout,
Should have left that guy in there too.
If he asked,
as you'll see strike 1 go by.
Strike. That's fine. I'll just get quick.
That one will be high for ball number 3.
Once is 7 week stretch. Isn't it 7? I don't know. I forget. I don't want to mess it up. Then what? Then.
He'll swing at that one for strike number
Full count.
number 2. That'll raise the count to full. Newark Pilots just 1 strike away from heading into the top of the 7th, while maintaining their 3-run lead on the Power. Set and delivery. It'll be high, and Alex Green will walk. Left fielder will be safely brought at first, as we go back to the top of the order with the second baseman, Noah Marcello.
Anything from those guys?
Nope.
They don't know him either?
Nope.
Wow. Must be a brand new signee.
they have 2 outs.
Yeah, Green just walked.
Breaking ball will make its way into the zone for strike 1.
Yes, I'm coming.
Looking over at first to keep Green honest. He'll get his sign and deliver the 0-1. Swung on by Marcello, popped high into left field. Carson looking to get under it, and he will. But Noah Marcello will make his way to first. Alex Green to second.
Now batting, the center fielder from the College of San Mateo, number 6, Cole Gabrielson.
Got some wheels. Seriously, Champ works harder on the field than most of our guys.
Cole Gabrielson at the plate now, the San Mateo Community College player. He'll face a 2-out runners on first and second scenario. As strike 1 will go by. This pitcher seems to favor breaking balls. An off-speed pitch as opposed to a fastball. As he was able to trick Green into swinging at a couple of those. He'll get Gabrielson in the 0-1 hole. He'll swing that one, get right to the first baseman, McDonald.
3 outs.
For a second there, it looked like the ball was going to get past him. But he extends and gets the glove for the 3rd and final out.
For the Power, no runs, 1 hit, no errors.
The Newark Pilots maintain their 3-0 lead on the Niagara Power. We'll be back with more Niagara Power Baseball on WLVL and our live stream on YouTube.
Once again, a reminder, this is last call for concessions and the merchandise tent.
Starter now for the Newark Pilots. Jason Foytno approaches the plate.
Change it to that in point streak. Hopefully they'll
In
save
just the last inning, he was able to make his way home by way of a walk on Jack McDonald. In the top of the 6th inning, the Niagara Power let all 9 batters on the Pilots lineup card bat. So now we start the top of the 7th with the top of the lineup. Pitching change is Jack Schlotman, the junior from Grossmont College, is now on the mound, replacing Seth Tomczak from Arizona State University. Foytno will swing at that one, popping that over the head of the second baseman. And Gabrielson will make the diving catch. For a second there, it looked like Foytno had put that ball perfectly between Marcelo and Gabrielson. But Gabrielson, like a slip and slide, managed to slide down and get his glove in it. This brings up Marty Cole now. Last inning, we saw him get on base by way of a walk. He later came around to score the second inning of the second run of the game. So he'll foul that towards the press box. 1-0 the count with 1 down. Jack Schlotman with his second batter of the day gets his sign. Sets and delivers the 1-0. Swung on, and it looks like that one will be fouled towards the Niagara bullpen. And very quickly, the second baseman, Cole, finds himself in the 0-2 hole with 1 out and no runners on. On deck, Kevin Higgins. In the hole, Patrick Blackall.
Yeah, he's been walking around this way. I've seen him walk by our door.
I just always get nervous with foul balls and kids in ballparks.
Here's the pitch. He'll swing at that one, and it'll be foul along the third base side. From my point of view in the Doug Smith press box, you can't really tell if it's going to be close foul or in play. But nonetheless, that was Alex Green, the left fielder, making sure he was ready for it to play foul. Schlotman gets his sign. But it'll be on the outside for ball number 1. 1 out, no runners on for the Pilots as they lead the Niagara Power 3-0 in the top of the 7th.
I just let him know that you wanted to introduce the guys after the game, so he's going to relay that.
Another ball on the inside. That'll even the count at 2-2.
I told him Stu and Sam possibly.
They should be all down there for autographs.
Yeah, you would just go down the field and see what he's done.
Rudy leading to the outside. And they'll get Cole to swing, but he will follow it off towards the pool next to Sal Magley Stadium here in Hyde Park. Count remains 2-2 with 1 out, no runners on. And he'll get him on the outside corner there. Jack Schlotman with his first strikeout of the day.
Number 26 from St. Bonaventure University, Kevin Higgins.
It'll go down as a backwards K in the scorebook because Cole did not swing. Kevin Higgins approaches the plate with a 2-out scenario. And that one was close, as Jack Schlotman threw that a little too far on the inside. Higgins reapproaches the plate after a short walk around. 1-0 the count. That one's right down the middle for strike number 1. Fans filling the seats here at Sal Magley Stadium.
Let's get a nice out right here so we can get our food.
That one will be low for ball number 2.
2-1.
What did he say? What do you respond to?
With 2 outs and no runners on scenario,
I would just
Schlotman can be as creative as he wants with his pitches. And he'll deliver. Fastball down the middle. That'll get Higgins to swing, moving the count to 2-2. Higgins will swing at that one, popped up towards the left center field. But it'll get down in time, as Higgins will make his way to second. As both Gabrielson and Green had made their way to the back fence for it, but neither of them could get to the sweet spot in time. This will bring up Patrick Blackhall, the third baseman.
Number 12, Patrick Blackhall.
Last time we saw Blackhall, he was the third and latest run by the Newark Pilots, as he came home off of a
Thank you so much.
double RBI by Nick Adamo. He himself got on base by way of a left field single. As a first pitch, he'll see at this at-bat will be a ball.
What inning are we on?
top of 7. Nice.
Blackhall will swing at that one. Schlotman will get him to swing at the sinking ball. Runner on first in the form of Kevin Higgins. 2 down here. Top of the 7th. Schlotman will look over at second before delivering on the 1-1. As Blackhall will get a piece of that one, making the count 1-2. With the runner in scoring position, the Pilots look to extend their lead by at least 1. Schlotman needs 1 more strike to send this to the top of the 7th, only down by 3 runs. Looks over to second. Can he get the third and final strike? Popped up. That'll be over my head. As the count will remain at 1-2. Higgins with a aggressive leadoff at second. He'll swing at that one, hitting that to the left fielder, Green, who will get under it, but will not be able to make any sort of throw in time. As both runners will advance, this sets up a runners on the corner scenario for Jack McDonald.
That Blackhall dude might be a player highlight of the night. Doing 3 for 4 now.
That single to left field will make Patrick Blackhall 3 for 4 on the day so far. He's been amazing for the Pilots at the plate. Jack McDonald watches strike 1 go by.
Oh, yeah.
We saw him last in the top of the 6th inning, where he reached base by way of a walk. Now he's got runners on the corners
Goes on bat then?
and a 2-out scenario here.
Goes an error?
I believe it, yeah,
Or is that only for a walk?
I don't think it counts if it's an error.
And a quick fumble by the ball by Brock Rudy does allow Blackhall to advance to second. You saw Higgins on third there think about it, but understanding that there was only 1 out left, decided to keep his position at third. 1-1 count now. McDonald will blast that one into right field, looking for it is Greenfield. but it'll get over his shoulder, which will allow Kevin Higgins to come home and Patrick Blackall, extending the Pilots' lead by 2. The score is now 5-0 in favor of the Newark Pilots. Jack McDonald belted that one into right field over the shoulder of Aaron Greenfield.
He didn't score.
2 RBIs.
That'll clear the bases with a double RBI.
No, it's the 2. Yeah, no. No, left fielder from Bucknell University, number 5.
McDonald himself will reach second, as this calls up the left fielder Jacob Corson.
Yeah. No, just the runs per inning. The scoreboard will light it up on the.
Gonna swing at that one, foul.
There goes another state call. Strike.
0-1 count, 2 down, runner on second in the form of McDonald. Schlotman sets, takes a look over at second for delivering on the 0-1. But the ump will call time right as the pitch was made, much to the dismay of the Niagara Power. Count remains 0-1. 2 down, runner on second. Brock Rudy would catch that one high and attempt to throw over second, but
Yeah.
that one will go down as a strike, as Jacob Corson finds himself in the 0-2 hole behind the count. Here comes the 0-2 delivery from Schlotman. And it'll just get low enough for ball number 1.
Really good start, then double, single, double. That's it.
And the ump won't call that one a strike, my apologies, as that level the count at 2-2. The breaking ball just couldn't find the zone there. Jack Schlotman, who started off this inning with a pitch that would later become a flyout to the center fielder Cole Gabrielson, followed by a strikeout. Since then, he's allowed a double, single, and another double. Now he faces Corson with a 2-2 count. And he'll get him to swing at that one, but he will foul it. The piece of the ball that Corson was able to get keeps him at the plate. Count remains 2-2. Twos across the board, 2-2 count, 2 down. Runner on second. The Newark Pilots lead the Niagara Power 5-0 in the top of the 7th. Schlotman will wind up and deliver.
There it is.
You'll get him to swing, but the dropped third strike will cause Rudy to make the throw over to first in time. After a quick 2 outs to start off the top of the 7th, the Niagara Power end up putting themselves in a bigger hole by 2 runs. They're going to have a bigger wall to climb here in the bottom of the 7th, and we'll be back with more Niagara Power baseball on WLVL and our live stream on YouTube.
Number 25, Scott Ogren.
Scott Ogren approaches the plate now for the Niagara Power. Looks like there's some action in the Niagara Power bullpen. Looks like number 9, Ethan Hurt, the junior out of Merced College, is getting some pitches in. We'll see if he takes over for Jack Schlotman in the top of the 8th, as we still do not have the name.
Yeah, I think this might be Walt Raczynski.
That's what I put him down in the lineup as.
In fact, I think that's his dad right there.
Scratch that. I believe this is Walt Raczynski on the mound now for the Newark Pilots. On the roster, he is labeled as number 34, but he is wearing a 38 numbered jersey, which has caused all sorts of confusion here in the Doug Smith press box, myself included. Scott Ogren ahead of the count 2-0 now. Start us off here in the bottom of the 7th. The Niagara Power find themselves down by 5 runs. After 5 innings of scoreless baseball, the Pilots exploded for a 3-run top of the 6th, followed by another 2 runs in the top of the 7th. Niagara Power looked to claw their way back into this one in the later innings of today's contest. Rybinski will now throw his first strike on Ogren, making the count 3-1 now. Due up for the Power are Ogren, Carlone, and Rudy, respectively. A 3-1 delivery is inside for a walk. Ogren will be safely aboard at first as Will Carlone approaches the plate now.
First baseman from Virginia Commonwealth, number 17, Will Carlone.
There we go.
Yeah. This is Brock Rudy.
Last time we saw Will Carlone, he had that pitch that was, at the time, hit to the pitcher Julius Tebout, who tossed it over to the first baseman McDonald. Some movement here in the Newark bullpen. Rybinski's only pitched an inning so far.
What? Food?
Could be seeing pitching changes from both teams here in the later innings as both teams look to put their closers in.
Number and
2-0 the count now for Carlone, the first baseman. He's got a runner on first base in the form of Scott Ogren. Carlone will swing at that one, but it looks like it'll be... No, will not be out. That was McDonald making that play. The warning track and backstop here at Sal Maglie is rather large compared to other baseball stadiums. That gave McDonald a little more room to work with as he caught that fly. Nonetheless, it will go down as out in the scorebook as Brock Rudy approaches the plate now. In his last appearance, Brock Rudy had a single to left field, so he was able to get on base for the Power. Aaron Greenfield on deck now. Rybinski will deliver. Breaking ball that'll just get out of the zone for ball 1. One out, runner on first. 1-0 the count. Rybinski delivers. Swung on and popped high into the left center field. Looks like that'll be Corson getting under that. He had to move up a little bit.
Aaron Greenfield's up the bat.
Not bad, the right fielder from California State Dominguez Hills, number 1, Aaron Greenfield.
Scott Ogren remains at first. Aaron Greenfield at the plate now.
Greenfield's from the same school as Dylan Steen. When you get to it, you have Go Camels. That's actually Bryce Arnold's. Because Bryce Arnold's is Campbell University. Greenfield.
Oh, it's
Campbellsville. Yeah. So
That's an old one.
you want to look at Dylan Steen's college.
Here's the 0-1 delivery from Rybinski. He'll get a piece of that one and foul that towards the backstop. Herbinski's already got 2 strikes quickly on Aaron Greenfield. Already 2 outs. Scott Ogren did manage to get on base by way of walk to start this inning off, but since then, a fly out to left field. Bat is broken, but the second baseman bobbles it quickly, which allows Greenfield to get on base. Marty Cole shifting over to hit that one, but was not able to get a good glove on it in time. Just a bad bounce there for Marty Cole. Aaron Greenfield is aboard. I believe that will go down as an error in the scorebook. Casey Sauke at the plate now. Had a fly out to center field in his last appearance. He's got runners on first and second. He'll swing at the first look he sees, but it will be foul into the stands. And then it'll bounce out and over the stadium. That'll make the count 0-1 with 2 outs.
That does make me nervous when you have little ones.
Little baby.
2 down, runners on first and second. The Niagara Power trail the Newark Pilots by a score of 5-0. High in the air, popped high. Calling for it is the right fielder Mutz, who will get under it in time for the final out of the inning. That was Cole and Faintno all looking for it, but in the end, it was Mutz who would call for it. The Newark Pilots escaped the inning with no runs allowed and maintain their 5-0 lead on the Niagara Power. We'll be back with the top of the 8th with more Niagara Power baseball on WLVL and our live stream on YouTube. Pitching change on the mound for the Niagara Power as Ethan Hurt, the junior out of Merced College, takes over pitching duties. He'll take over for Jack Schlotman. Schlotman, who had just taken over for Seth Tomzak in the top of the 6th, followed by Schlappman, top of the 7th, and now Ethan Hurt in the top of the 8th. As he blasts a fastball down the middle. We talked to Hurt on the initial Niagara Power Media Day as he was one of the first arrivals here at Sal Magley. He says he likes his 2-seam and his 4-seam. He throws hard, but a little wild. Wish we brought a radar gun because I would love to see what he tops out at as he levels the count 1-1. For the Pilots, the bottom of the order is due up in the form of Adamo, Mutz, and Gebauer. Adamo was hit by the 1-1 delivery and will make his way to first.
Now batting the right fielder from Swarthmore College, number 23, Luke Mutz.
Now the right fielder up to the plate. Ethan Hurt's going to have to watch that wicked fastball. He doesn't want to walk or hit too many batters. Some key pitching by Hurt could allow the Power to stage a comeback here in the later innings of today's contest. Power are scoreless through 8 as he throws that one too far on the inside for ball number 2.
Got that popcorn?
Hurt will get another strike, making the count 2-1. Hurt the delivery. Swung on, hit over the head of Hurt. Noah Marcello cannot get the handle on it, as that'll allow Nick Adamo to advance to second.
There was an out, but that was not a base hit, that was an error.
That'll go down as an error in the scorebook, as Mutz was able to hit it over the head of Ethan Hurt, and they were able to force out Adamo at second. But the throw over for the attempt for the double play was off target, and Mutz was able to advance to second.
Yeah, that was a bad throw to first base, so...
As Gebauer will get a piece of that one for strike number 1. One down. Runner on second for the Pilots. Hurt delivers. Just outside on the outside corner. He'll get Gebauer to swing at that one, though. Moving the count to 1-1 with one down. Can see Foytno go out there to pick up the ball there. He's due up next this inning. And that one will hit Gebauer, as that is the second player that Hurt has hit in this inning.
Now batting the center fielder from West Georgia University, number 42, Jason Foytno.
Jason Foytno at the plate now. He's got runners on first and second with only one down here in the top of the 8th.
That's all that was left.
That one will be close on the inside, almost hitting Foytno. Ethan Hurt just needs to find the strike zone, as I'm sure that's why his catcher Rudy is coming out to have a conversation with him. Not much the catcher Rudy can do with such a fast pitch from Hurt there. Foytno reapproaches the plate, ready for the 1-0 delivery. Runners on first and second. The throw is down the middle. Must have been a good pep talk by Brock Rudy there. That'll level the count at 1-1. He'll get him to swing at that one, but Alex Green will get under it in shallow left field to get the second out.
Not bad inning. The second baseman from Niagara University, number 8, Marty Cole.
The Niagara University prospect up to the plate now, Marty Cole. Last time we saw him, he struck out looking. Before that, he did manage to get home off of a Nick Adamo double RBI as he watches strike one go in. Two down, runners on first and second for Cole. Finds himself in a 0-1 hole. That one will be high on the outside corner for ball one. Foul tipped behind the catcher there for strike number 2. The Niagara Power managed to get out of this inning without any more runs allowed. They really need to find a way to get some runs on the board in the bottom of the 8th. Running out of time here to stage a comeback, down by 5 runs late. But first they need to get out of this situation where they have runners on first and second. One more strike could do it from Hurt. Can he get it? Well, he'll get him to swing at it, but he will foul tip it back. After a little wait, the 1-2 count is swung on and missed. Ethan Hurt will get the final strike to strike out Cole. That'll move us to the bottom of the 8th, where the Niagara Power look to stage a comeback as they trail the Newark Pilots 5-0. We'll be back with more Niagara Power baseball on WLVL and our live stream on YouTube.
Number 2, Tyler Lozano.
Up now for the Power, Tyler Lozano, the designated hitter. Last time we saw Lozano, he grounded out to the shortstop. On a roster with such a stacked catcher lineup, Lozano typically finds himself in the designated hitter or extra hitter spot, which he finds himself in today. The extra hitter spot, a position that maybe a whole lot of baseball fans don't know exists in PGCBL baseball. He'll watch ball 1 on the inside approach him. The bottom of the order for the power is due up this inning in the form of Lozano, Coy, and Green. He'll swing at that one, but it'll be fouled into the stands, right to the right of me, leveling the count at 1-1. Urbinski sets for the 1-1 delivery. And the pitch is swung on and popped up into right center field. Looking for it is Mutz. And you will get under it in time.
Now batting extra hitter from Virginia Commonwealth, number
That was Luke Mutz getting under it in time. Had to move up a couple steps for it, but nonetheless, he got the pop fly for the out. Tyler Coy approaching the plate now. In his last appearance, he had a similar fly out, this time to center field. One down, no runners on for Coy, as he'll swing at the first look he sees. For strike 1. Urbinski will swing. He will swing at that, and it looks like it's going to be foul along the first base line. Quickly, Coy finds himself in the 0-2 hole. If the Power cannot get any runners across the plate this inning, they'll have to mount a 6-run or potentially 5-run comeback in the bottom of the 9th. Urbinski looks to put Coy away quickly here with another strike. Can he do it? And he does. An impressive 3 strikes from Tyler Coy. Gets Urbinski another strikeout. That'll go down as a forward K in the scorebook.
University of Virginia, number 3, Alex Green.
Urbinski looks to 1-2-3 this inning, hoping to put away the left fielder Green. Last time Green was at the plate, he was walked. And you watch strike 1 go right down the middle on him. That off-speed pitch tricked Green there. He thought that one was going to sink lower than what it did.
Mike, did you hear about that read about fans playing catch with the players at the end of the game?
I did not.
Okay.
He'll swing with that one. And similar to Coy, Green has found himself in the 0-2 hole sooner rather than later.
Yep.
So the end of the game, you can play catch with power players on the field?
Yep.
0-2 the count. 2 down, no runners on for the Power as they trail the Newark Pilots by 5 in the bottom of the 8th. Not the best situation as Urbinski looks to put away Green. But you'll throw that a little too far on the outside for ball number 1 after throwing 3 straight strikes on Tyler Coy and only throwing 1 ball against Lozano. Urbinski gets his sign from his catcher, sets, and delivers the 1-2. Again, to swing at that one, popped high towards the bleachers in front of me, as that will land closer to the tunnel in the bleachers.
Who's up next for us pitching?
Don't know. We won't
Count
know.
will remain at 1-2 as the ump looks to collect some balls.
Yeah, he is. I just noticed it now. Doesn't really even need to kneel down at all. He just gotta stand there.
After taking his time, Urbinski will get his sign and get ready for the 1-2 delivery yet again. And that'll be behind Green for ball number 2. He cut the batter square in half with that ball. After finding himself in the 0-2 hole, Alex Green has lucked into a 2-2 count. Urbinski will deliver and throw another ball to the outside. And after quickly putting away Tyler Coy with 3 straight strikes and looking to do the same on Alex Green, Urbinski has thrown 3 straight balls. A walk here would put us back to the top of the order with Noah Marcello at the plate.
Bachelor's in Business Administration, but I kind of
Power looking to cling on to the bottom of the 8th here. That one will be outside. Rubinski will throw 4 straight balls, and that'll put Alex Green at first. Back to the top of the order now with the second baseman, Marcello.
That brings up the second baseman from Skyline College, number 19, Noah Marcello.
The Pilots had managed to get Lozano out on a 1-1 count flyout to right field and quickly put away Tyler Coy in 3 pitches. But a long battle with Alex Green does allow him to get safely abroad at first. Hopefully this is a momentum swing for the Power as they look to get Marcello on board as well. Rubinski's pitch. Alex Green will attempt to steal at second and get there in time. And right when it looked all dead for the Power, Alex Green in the 0-2 hole, he is now stealing second. Quite the change of pace for the Power. Let's see if they can ride this wave as Noah Marcello approaches to face the 0-1 count with 2 down. Runner on second. They still trail by 5. Rubinski takes a look at second. Looks back towards home. Delivers. And he'll get a low second strike. But if we learned anything from Alex Green's at-bat, is that you can get out of an 0-2 hole. It just takes the pitcher to throw 4 balls. And the pitch from Rubinski is swung on. Popped high towards left center field. Looking for it is Corson. And he'll get it. Running straight through it and back to the dugout is Corson. As a tiny rally by the Power in the form of Alex Green stealing second gets squashed by the left fielder. The Niagara Power enter the top of the 9th trailing by 9. If they manage to shut out the Pilots in the top of the 9th, they have a 5-run comeback ahead of them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Niagara Power baseball on WLVL and YouTube.
You're good.
Getting a look at the new pitcher for the Niagara Power, Chandler Giles, junior from Delta College. As he gets strike 1 on Kevin Higgins, the shortstop. Last time we saw Higgins, he had a double to center field. Giles, Ogren will get that one. The throw over in time to Carlone for the first out of the inning. Ever since the 5th inning, the Niagara Power have seen a different pitcher each inning. That's in the form of Seth Tomczak, Jack Schlotman, And in the top of the 8th, we saw Ethan Hurt.
When they walk.
Now Chandler Giles on the mound.
Okay.
The cleanup hitter, Blackall, now in the 0-1 hole. And that one will be thrown right into the dirt. Leveling the count at 1-1. Giles winds up. Hit to Scott Ogren.
Got a good little
But it won't be fair by the time he gets to it. That'll make the count 1-2. One down, no runners on for the Pilots. Jack McDonald due up after Blackall. Giles will throw another one down low. He'll get Blackall to swing at that one. Getting to it is Marcelo, over in time for Carlone.
I think it's quick.
A little too close for comfort for the Power, but nonetheless they get the second out of the top of the 9th.
The first baseman from the College of St. Rose, number 13, Jack McDonald.
Who's on top?
After McDonald is Jacob Corson.
For us?
For us, first one up was Gabrielson. Gabrielson, Oberg, Carlone.
This calls up the left fielder Corson,
Pitchers, not
who
bad.
takes strike 1. Corson, who was the outfielder that crushed the bottom of the 8th attempt to get back in the game by the Power,
Does, marketing have
as
a
he watched
baseball
ball 1 go outside, making the count even at 1-1. 2 down, no runners on for the Pilots. They still lead the Niagara Power by 5 in the top of the 9th. Chandler Giles delivers on the 2-1. And they'll be low on the outside corner for strike 2. 2's across the board, 2-2 count, 2 down. Giles delivers, gets him to swing at it.
Come on, freshman.
That's Sauki going over for it.
It's good.
And the throw is in time for Will Carlone. 3 straight throws over to Will Carlone from 3 different infielders. Gets the Power, 3 straight outs to push it to the bottom of the 9th. Looking to score at least 5 runs in an attempt to tie the game here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the bottom of the 9th with more Niagara Power Baseball on WLVL and our stream on YouTube. Before we get to the final inning of today's contest, I'd like to give a quick thank you to all the people who made this happen today. Huge thanks to Professor Patrick Tutka. Without Dr. Tutka's guidance, the student operation would cease to exist and I would not be getting the Niagara Power baseball experience. A massive thank you to the other people in the broadcast booth with me today, and of course, the broadcast coordinator, Kyla Barker, Cole Gabrielson, faces ball 1. And last but not least, my biggest thank you goes out to James Burns, who was busy today and allowed me to sneak in and take over for him. Thank you, James.
Beginning, I take Wednesdays
You'll hear from James on June 23rd when the Batavia Muck Dogs come to town to face off against your Niagara Power in a doubleheader. First pitch of Game 1 should be at 4:30 p.m. Come on out to Sal Magley. Gabrielson now ahead of the count 2-0. He'll get a piece of that one, but it will be fouled behind home plate, making the count 2-1. Some elite infielding by the Power managed to force a bottom of the ninth without any more runs being allowed. Still, they have to score 5 runs to have a chance at this thing. As Gabrielson will watch strike 2 go by. The off-speed pitch from Rybinski tricked him there. Crucial 2-2 count for both teams here. Rybinski gets his sign, gets set, and delivers. He gets Gabrielson to swing. High up to center field. Getting under it is faint no for the first out. The Newark Pilots now 2 outs away from closing this one out. This brings up the third baseman, Scott Ogren. Last time we saw Ogren, he got on base by way of a walk. That one will be on the outside for ball number 1. Rybinski's 1-0 is on the outside for ball 2.
I think he's 3 for 5 now.
Rybinski knows not to worry as he put Gabrielson in a similar situation as he fell behind the count 2-0, but managed to throw 2 strikes and force a fly out to center field, Gabrielson's outfield counterpart. And he'll get Ogren to swing at that one, giving him strike 1. 1 down, no runners on here. Niagara Power trail by 5 in the bottom of the 9th. The Pilots looking to close this one out with 2 more quick outs. And they can start off by doing that by getting Scott Ogren off the plate. He'll swing at that one, but it'll be foul tipped into the netting. And eerily similar to Cole Gabrielson, as we just saw, who started off ahead of the count 2-0, has now taken 2 strikes. He wants to copy him entirely. Right now, he would hit a pop fly out to center field. Rybinski gets set and delivers. Swings at that one. That one will hit the stands. Not too far off from our mascot, Bolt. Count remains 2-2. Ogren looking to battle his way in this one, not giving up yet.
If anyone's hanging around and bored, if you can get some video of our fans playing catch out there, maybe with Bolt too, get some video, please. Even if it's with your phone, I don't care.
Rybinski gets his sign and delivers the 2-2. He'll get him a swing, but it'll be yet another foul ball.
Please remind the press box at the end of the game to line up at the first stairs. They want to play catch with our player.
We did.
Ogren is not going down easy here. 2 straight fouled off. Swung on and hit into left field. Corson going back for it. And that's gone. That's a home run by Scott Ogren, the third baseman. That's the first one we've seen at home all season. After being ahead of the count 2-0, taking 2 strikes, evening the count at 2-2, Scott Ogren battles off 2 foul balls and blasts it over the left field fence.
And now batting, the first baseman from Virginia Commonwealth, number 17, Will Carlo.
And that ends the perfect shutout by the Newark Pilots.
Now Ogren may have jumped to the front of the voting. Dingers are rare in this park.
Yeah.
I tell you, folks, it is near impossible to hit a home run out of Sal Magley.
I had a feeling though he actually like roped.
Yeah, he roped the foul once.
Yeah.
starts the comeback.
Yeah,
Hopefully this provides some sort of momentum swing here for the Power. Only one down. Will Carlone at the plate. And he'll swing at that one. 1-1 count now. In Carlone's last appearance, he had a fly out to right field. One's across the board, 1-1 count, one down. Rubinsky will deliver.
the scoring system's another.
And that'll be hit into the stands. As it'll clang loudly on the metal bleachers here at Sal Magli.
Is that an RBI?
Luckily in a spot that wasn't occupied by a Power fan.
Yes. Okay. The computer gave it to him. That was like.
Oh yeah, that was definitely him.
Brock Rudy's up next.
Yeah.
Rudy's on deck.
Brock Rudy due up for the Power in this inning. Carlone will swing at that one. And there's going to be a fly out to faint now. For the second out. Newark can see the victory line. If they can put Brock Rudy away quickly, they'll be on the bus.
Marcelo's number 19. Stoutenborough pitches number 5. You know, Stu.
Is he?
He's the old guy.
Okay.
Well, I got sunglasses on.
2 down, no runners on for the Power. Rubinsky delivers.
Peterson, yeah, it's slim.
And there'll be a strike off the breaking ball.
Oldest one there, yeah.
Rubinsky's off-speed and breaking ball pitches have been quite something today.
So yeah,
Coming in relief of the
5 is your pitcher.
Julius T-bout, he has been solid.
Ogren's 25.
He has allowed the only run of the game for the Power.
And then I think you saw Lozano right near those.
However, he has been elite, as now he puts Brock Rudy in the 0-2 hole with 2 down. Rubinsky 1 strike away from heading to the dugout.
Played first base for us too a little bit.
And he'll throw that one a little far outside,
Today, yeah, he kind of does.
moving the count to 1-2. He still remains ahead of the count, however. Aaron Greenfield looking to get one more outing as Rubinsky winds up and throws. And the ump will call that one a ball, evening the count at 2-2. Twos across the board, 2-2 count, 2 down. Rubinsky with the payoff pitch. Far on the outside. Very similar to the bottom of the 8th, in which Alex Green fell behind the count 0-2. And then Rubinsky gave him 4 straight balls. However, that provided little momentum for the Power as they still find themselves down by 4 runs with 1 out to go. A swing at that one. Popped up. Third baseman running for his Blackall, but he will not be able to get there in time. Blackall, who was shifted over towards shortstop, could not make the catch over by the warning track here at Sal. So the count will remain 3-2.
Might even have to like be around by the clubhouse or the dugout too. Like, I'm not sure where these guys are gonna roll after this game. That was cold.
Rubinsky gets ready to deliver the full count pitch. Take his time to get his sign and will deliver. Swing and hit into right field. Looking forward is Mutz. And he'll get down in time. Rudy will make his way to second off of a right field double.
Did that hit the light pole or the fence?
No, it hit the fence.
And the Power have life now.
Off the wall.
Very late in the bottom of the 9th. 2 outs. First, the home run by Scott Ogren, the first all season here at Sal Magli. And now, the double by Brock Rudy, the catcher. Aaron Greenfield, who for a second was warming up, didn't think he would get another look at the plate, now prepares for the pitch from Rubinsky. 2 down, runner on first. Sets and delivers. That'll be high on the inside for ball 1.
Your next batter should be Casey.
Casey Saki on deck for the power. If Greenfield can manage to get out of this one. The 1-0 is swung on. And that'll be a base hit as Greenfield will make his way to first. And Rudy's going to come all the way home for the second run of the game for the Niagara Power. Not even 2 minutes ago was Brock Rudy in the 0-2 hole, and now he's walking back to the dugout, but not because of a strikeout, because he just scored. The Power are only down by 3 runs as Aaron Greenfield sits aboard at first. Casey Saki, the shortstop. All of a sudden, the Power have found this momentum in them. Saki had a fly out to right field in his last appearance. The team desperately needs him not to do the same thing here. Greenfield with the semi-aggressive leadoff at first, but he'll remain. It would be quite the shame to be caught stealing second to end this game. As a throw over to second is not going to be made, as Aaron Greenfield will advance to second. Casey Saki now with the 1-1 count. Still 2 outs here, as it has been for quite some time. Runner on second. Runner in scoring position here for the Power. The tying run is on deck. That one will be outside for ball number 2. Tyler Lozano would be the tying run for the Power here. But he would need to come home, as well as Saki at the plate and Greenfield on second. 2-1 the count, 2 down. Rybinski gets set, gets his sign, and delivers. And Saki will swing at that one. That will level the count at 2-2. The University of Virginia freshman, soon to be freshman, is 1 strike away from ending it. And it looks like he'll be close on the inside, moving the count to full.
Really, like, just take the hit, man. Lean in a little bit.
Rybinski gets his sign from Adamo regarding the payoff pitch. And the ump just called a balk. Aaron Greenfield will advance to the third. I'm not really sure what Rybinski did that was illegal there. I'm sure it had something to do with his stance maybe, or the way he approached the plate. But Aaron Greenfield is now 90 yards away from getting the 3rd run of the game. And Saki will foul that one along the 3rd base side. As we saw from Scott Ogren, fouling a couple balls does get you in place for a little something. Hopefully the freshman can do that here. As Rybinski gets ready for the payoff pitch. Outside. And that'll walk Saki. As now the tying run of the game is at the plate in the form of the USC catcher Lozano. Just when it seemed like the Power were all out of luck, Brock Rudy in the 0-2 hole, the Power have absolutely exploded for some of the best baseball they have played all day. The score is 5-2. Lozano, the tying run, at the plate. I don't see anyone warming up in the Newark bullpen, so it looks like the coach's move is to stick with Rybinski, but you'd have to imagine after a rare bulk in the collapse of this outfield, you'd have to imagine that he's a little shooken up.
I thought he was 40, yeah, but I don't think I have 40. There's no 40 on the roster. There's a 41. Yeah.
As the meeting at the mound disperses, the Niagara Power have found themselves some new life in a potential walk-off scenario.
Whenever
hot dogs are ready to go.
2 down, runners on the corner. Tyler Lozano at the plate. Rubinski throws.
Bolt up.
That'll be low for strike 1.
What do you think of bolt up? Roll. That's like roll tide.
Yes, no, exactly.
Can't be rolled.
Because they were rolled Dutch.
Yeah, but bolt up is just like.
As we await the 0-1 delivery from Rubinski. Swung on. Hit to the second baseman, Cole, who will throw it into the first baseman, McDonald, and that'll be the game. A brief flash of potential for the Niagara Power is squandered by the local boy, Marty Cole, who sends the Niagara Power home with a 5-2 loss.
No errors, 2 left on base, and there's your ball game.
The Newark Pilots advance to 5-9 on the season. The Power now 4-8. It's been quite fun doing play-by-play coverage for tonight's game. Thank you for tuning in on WLVL and our stream on YouTube. This is Michael Loss signing off.